We are here at the house that Cuss built, Custom Models KO Boxing Gym, located in Catskill, New York, formerly known as the Catskill Boxing Club, located at 422 Main Street in Catskill, New York. We're going to be doing day in the life vlogs, showing you guys the inside of what's going on and introduce you to the current fighters who are fighting out of this legendary gym. So let's get into it.
My name is Mark, I'm 20. I choose Custom Models Gym because I want to be the best, and they got the best trainers here, like my man Christian right here.
You already know,
my brother
of course.
Marky. We get to work, and today everybody decided to take a day off, holiday, but Marky ain't taking no days off.
No days off.
No days off.
Champions don't take days off.
They're gonna hear from me tomorrow, the guys, okay? But today is Marky's day, unless, you know, if no one else comes in. He's getting the individual attention. He's gonna learn. We're gonna go over some technical stuff. We're gonna have a good day as always. That's all. Gotta have fun today.
Right.
The education doesn't just stop in the gym. You learn what you're taught here, but you still gotta educate yourself when you go home by watching, again, fight film, okay? And you learn a lot watching fight film. You learn it as far as if a guy's in a certain position, right? From a certain range and distance, what does he do defensively in that position, right? What punches does he throw in that position? Whether it's a long range or close range, mid-range, you get to learn all that. As far as what does he do when he versus a counterpuncher, when he fights a southpaw, you get to learn all these strategies. That's what made Mike so great, and that's what people, again, they overlook. They think it was just the training in the gym. He's a boxing historian, okay? He knows everything about every fighter, every signature punch, all the moves, everything. So again, his education just didn't stop in the gym. It continued when he went back to the house and he studied all that fight film that Jimmy Jacobs and Bill Cainton, you know, had in the ESPN Fight Film Archive. So again, you guys got to always continue to learn. Be a sponge, constantly absorb information and keep learning. That's the case. So while we're in the gym, we put the fight films on because guys in between, when they're training, they get to, when they're not training, they're sitting down, hey, they're watching film. They're constantly learning in here, always learning. So that's the key for you guys too. Always keep learning. Never stop learning.
An hour each day, and it was really just sparring. I wasn't learning no fundamentals, so
yeah, no technical
you come here,
stuff.
It's like an actual gym.
Yeah.
You get the technical, you get the ring and everything. Like, it's just so, I don't know, I've been training.
Time frame, you couldn't put a time frame on it.
Like a year and a half, but this is like my second week here. So I would say 2 weeks really, because when I first started training, it wasn't like this. It's the real deal.
So you figured 2 weeks of really learning this the right way. So it's the old story. Just because, let's say somebody's doing something a long time, doesn't mean they were doing it right for a long time.
Right.
So it depends on the individual and who they learn from and whatnot. So he's been here really 2 weeks, but this is him starting from ground up. We had to start with Marky. So go ahead, keep shadow boxing.
Absolutely.
Slide those feet, punch and move. That's it. Give me your hook still, yeah. Put it all together. Keep the hand tight. That's it. Now you're going to your left, right? Set that left hand up. Yeah, always. That's it. You got to remember, I think you know just this much. What he takes away from you, you got to take back. And what you give him, you can take away from him. So the only thing you should be giving in reality is your skill, technique, and training. That's what you did give him. Guys in here, but you guys learning from home, you're able to learn this here, and maybe you'll be the next Mike Tyson or the next great champion in this beautiful style. So here's the thing, what I noticed you did, specifically in this corner, right? You were twisting when you were here. Here's the thing, I want you to twist the way you did. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna get right out. So the whole thing is, when you got him in the corner, you did the hard work. When you start from your corner, you meet him in the middle, you're in the middle of the ring. You got him to a point where you got him stationary. You're about to turn him into a human Willie Big. But you decided to twist you're letting him off the hook. The whole idea is you want to keep him here. So what you really want to do, what the right thing to do is that in and out, in and out. Make him think he could get out, but in reality, he's never getting out. So this is like for him being in the smoke-filled room. You're the fire, you're the heat, you're the flame. And now you're burning him up. He can't get out of this. You don't want him getting out. Because guess what? When he gets out, you got to start this all over again. You know how hard it was for you to get him to this point? Why short yourself? You don't want to do that. No letting him off the hook. So the whole thing is you got to go in and out with this and work your height levels up and down. That's it. In and out. That's it. In and out. Good, good. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. In and out. That's it. There you go. Now here's the next thing too. You don't stay too close. Because remember, if he's a taller guy, the thing he wants to do, your objective is to work on the inside. That's what you want to do. Taller guy, you know what he's going to do? Tie you up. He's going to grab you. He wants to stop you from doing that. So the whole thing is, that's why you got to go in and out. Ah, there you go. That's it. Right? Change your height level. That's it. And here's the next thing. Very important. When you look, see I'm in this position here? A lot of guys defensively, which you guys are going to see too, they move their head from here. Notice this ain't moving? That's where you got to go first. Because defensively, he's going here. Don't headhunt, is what I'm telling you. I even told you guys this a couple weeks ago. Don't headhunt when you got a guy in the corner or against the ropes when he's stationary. Because again, his head's moving here. This ain't moving. That's where you got to go. It's like, how do you cut a tree down? Start low. We got to go down here. Because naturally, let's say you throw that straight left to the body. Look at what happens. For every action, there's a reaction. This is what you got to understand. You throw that left to the body, bang. See that? And you set this up. It goes body, head, and then finish off. Don't go back to the body. Finish it off at the head. And throw the straight punch. Because again, watch this. I'm going to teach you guys another little lesson here. Get used to throwing straight punches. Why? They land faster. So for example, get in your stance. You throw that straight left. Throw it here. Look how fast that lands before I try to throw this hook. You got to throw this. This will land faster. So don't, when you guys watch Tyson and how he's hooking to the head and doing all this, head hunting, get out of that idea. Straight punch, short, bang. See how that lands? You're getting that idea? You understand that? That's very important. Because when you're able, because it's all about that timing.
I'm going down low, so I hook the body.
In reality, you could go straights, and it depends. Again, you got to be able to assess the situation, but find the holes, find the openings. And if you can't find them, then you got to create the openings. Maybe he's not giving it to you. You can't seem to find it. You go here a little bit. Maybe you want that arm to drop just a little bit there. Then you come back upstairs. Bang, you come there. So you got to be a creator then. If he gives them to you, yo, take them. His hands might be in here. His arms might be spread like a chicken wing. Now, see, then you rip that. That's all. If you can't, maybe his guard's really tight. Maybe you hit him here. You hit him here. Bang, bang. Maybe you see something start dropping. Then you start going after it. So again, that's the experience that comes in. You'll be able to assess it and do what needs to be done in that certain situation. But for right now, you want to go, you throw that straight, boom. And understand, for every action is a reaction. You're not just throwing punches for the sake of throwing any punch and like you're praying that, I hope one of them lands. No, you got to understand exactly when I'm in that position. If I throw this, what's his reaction to that punch? Once he reacts a certain way, I know I could throw this, and I could finish him off with this, and then come back with that. That's the understanding. So let's try it a little bit. If I'm in here, you're in and out. Good. See? And back out. That's it. Back out. Good. See? In and in. Good. That's it. That's it. That's it. See? Boom. Because again, here's the other thing too. Look at my posture in this position. You ain't going to see him trying to throw this. Look at where my feet are. I'm like this. Everything, I'm trying to counter you here. All this. You drop low, boom. There you go. Bang, bang. And you go right back to the head. That's all. Very good. Now, here's the other thing too. If he starts to move, right? Let's say I just take a step here. What you want to do is called the compass. So you get here for a second. So let's say you just take a step this way. I'm going to step. You take a step that way, I'm going to step. See that little step? Just to keep them there. See that? Just a step. Because a lot of guys, you know what they do? They get caught up. thinking that footwork we do with the slide, like they're kind of like into this. They're going to try to do that here. So let's say you're in the corner, you're trying to move. They're trying to see all this. They're thinking the faster they do all this. You don't want to do that. You just want to take a step. So when he's here, just moving just a little step. See that? Just a step. Just a step. See? Just a little step. Just a step. Just step. That's the compass. Boom. Like the arrow. So again, nice and slow without throwing any punches. I go here, just take that step. Just take a step. See? You keep your range and your distance. That's it. Jab. See? Good. Move after your jab. That's it. Slip. Good. See? See, and you're right there. You're not getting squared up. And see how you're able to go in and out? When you get too square, this is no good. The guy, if he pushes on you, you're going to get right off balance. But you have the ability, even if he goes to grab, see, being square is no good. You're not able to take this step back. See how funny that looks? If I got to spring back, versus if I'm in here, you could set up the nice feint with your feet. Bah, bah, then you come in. Bah, bah, then you come in. Bah, 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 then you come in. See, and then if he's, then all of a sudden, maybe he went to his left, you're there from there. He goes back to his right. Okay, I got you there. He goes this way. Boom, you're there. Boom. Then you're setting it up. So that's the whole strategy. Understanding, again, where you are at all times. This is about knowing your geography, knowing where you are and what to do in a certain situation. Because in reality, guys that don't know, right, you twisted before. Now, you do that on an inexperienced guy, you'll be able to get away with it all the time. But now when you get the guy who is experienced, think about it. What I want to do when I'm here is get the hell out of here. This is not a good position for me, especially if you're doing it the way you're supposed to be doing it. This in and out, changing your height levels, combination punching, being smart. I don't want to be here. This is a nightmare for me to be in. But the minute you decide to either spring to the side or twist in the position you're in, oh, you just gave me an exit. And I'm waiting to exit out of here. I'm waiting to get the hell out. Remember, we're in a smoke-filled room. Fire's coming. You're the fire. Bring the heat. Bring the flames. Follow? In and out. I hope you're liking that. Good. That's it. Good. See that? Good. That's it. That's it. See that in and out? This is a nightmare. Nightmare. That's it. That's it. That's it. Good. And that's what you practice. Good. You can click that.
Nightmare.
An angle. Most importantly, knowing your geography. Where are you? And where is it that you want to put him? That's how you got to think all the time. So, let me give you an example. Let's say he's here. So what you want to do, what's the position you really want him to be? You want him to be there. So what we want to do here is, because we got to worry about, let's say you're fighting another southpaw. Let's say again, what you want to do is here, we got to worry about this, because he'll throw this. So what you want to do is here, let's say you jab here, my hand. You slip, you counter this, and now what I want you to do is pivot. You could hook and then pivot. Now, see that? Now you moved him here. You're controlling him. You're putting him where you want to put him. You don't have a choice. You control the situation. Now, let me give you another thing. Let's say he's here. What we want to do now is, let's say we throw the jab in the left hand for you. Now get the spring to the side. Instead of a twist, which you still can do, absolutely. Well, let's see you spring to the side. So jab, and take the step here. Just a step. So it looks like this, watch. You hear? Boom, boom. See that? Little angle here. And what we want to do, like I tell you, once the weight's here, force him to go there. That's all. So you did the twist again. The twist is not bad, but do the spring into the side, because again, he's going to have questions. You got to have answers.
Just step over like that, right?
Just step over. Do it. See, you did the little, see your body? You want to get to this position here. You hear? Ba, ba. See that? Boom, boom, boom. That's it. Boom, boom. You did it again. Come on. Be the problem solver. Do it again. Ba, ba. Now, what I want you to do, throw this hand. Why would you throw this hand first? Because your weight is on this leg. Don't come back with the jab all the way. Look, watch. Because I'm doing it from your position of southpaw. Boom, boom. See my weight? It goes right here. Bang. Right into the power. You got to give him the power. Ba, ba. There. Now, here's the other thing, too. This is important. I told you, this is the game of give and take, right? He's taking away distance from you. You got to take the distance back. He starts to move, meaning whatever distance he's taking away from you, you got to get that same exact distance back. You got to punch and move your feet forward, because if you don't, you're like spinning your wheels in the mud here. You ain't going, yeah, your car's going, wheels are flying, mud's flying all over the place. You're just here. He's already going there. You got to move your feet and punch at the same time. So let's go. Ba, ba. See? And now you're still doing the in and out. Now you're still back to right. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. See that? You get that idea? Again, very important. Knowing your geography, knowing where you are. Most importantly, where is it that you want to put him? That's what you got to say to yourself all the time. And you got to practice those both situations. When you're off this, you got the option to pivot. Nice. Come with your jab here. And then again, of course, remembering to change your height levels, because he's got to counter back naturally. And when you're on this side, you throw this, your weight's here, boom, boom, boom. And you got your punches to drive him there. You got to make your job easy. You got to put him in this position, stationary position. Because again, he's got to be moving a lot. This guy's got to be dancing all night. Turn him stationary, turn him into a human willy bag. We ought to put numbers, draw numbers on him. And he's yours. And that's it. That's what you got to do. Good. You got to have options. You got to have different things you got to know what to do. See, that's one option. That's a good option. Let's do the twist like you were doing before. See? That's a good option. You got to, again, you can't be a one-dimensional guy. When the job comes up, you got to have the tool to fix the job. So you can't be always the guy that just relies on the twisting. You got to be the guy that, hey, I could do this one too. You got to be able to do it all. So again, practice both of them. I'm not going to tell you, hey, just practice one. No. Practice both. Do both. And even on this side too, when you're here. Yeah, like I told you, to jab, slip, pivot. That's a good option. That's nice. Or you could also twist off this. You could jab, slip, twist off. You got that option. Boom. Yeah. There you go. And another way you could do this too, I'll give you another option. You could be off the jab, boom, take the step, and then pivot. There's your other option. Well, this is what you want to do too. You not necessarily want to be here and step. When he's here, jab and step over. See? Now you're there. Bang. And get centered too. And remember, when you got him in this corner, make sure to get centered. Because if you create too much of this angle here, I want the exit out. I'm getting out again. So it's your job that, like, if I was doing this from my side and my stance, if I'm here, like I'm gonna move, get more centered with this. I don't want to kind of drive it to where, see how I'm still here? He's got to just move.
You want to be center, right?
So when I'm here, if I'm here, I go here, because then he's going to go into the power hand. I'll set up the power hand nice, just to give him that extra to get him there where I want him. So work on that too. Work on all those. Very important. See, you got to have the opponent. He's going to ask you a lot of different questions, and you better have answers. And not just any answer. You got to have the right answer, okay? And when he answers you a question, and if he sees that you hesitate, just this much, he knows he's got you, because guess what? He sees maybe you're not that smart. Maybe you're a tough guy, but you're not a smart guy. And you got to be not only tough, but you got to be smart too. And again, if he sees you hesitate, he's going to ask you another question, and then a follow-up question. And you didn't even answer the first question that he asked you. Now you're behind now. Now you're playing catch-up. Guess what's going to happen? After a while, that's it. He's going to rip you apart. He's going to take you apart. So the whole idea is, he's asking you questions, have the answers. And just don't think of any answer. Have the right answers.